I had a system, a particular way that I put it all out there, with thoughts and words and pen and paper melodies.
Alright, I had a reason to change both of my back wheel rotors, and looking online to refresh my memory I couldn't find anything about a 90 series Prado for the rear brakes, so I decided to do it myself. Hope you enjoy. Well, they're not complicated, the tools that you need. You need a wheel brace, you need a shifter, you need a 17mm socket and a 13mm socket and a small bolt which I think is an M10 with a 13mm hex head on it. Alright, so before you lift the wheel off the ground you're going to need to loosen the wheel nuts off. Not much, just so you're not trying to undo them from tight while it's up off the ground. Then you get a jack car. You're going to jack it up enough to get your axle stand under your support point on your vehicle. You got to lower the vehicle down until your support point is sitting on your axle stand. You're going to finish undoing your wheel nuts. Don't lose any of those. Take your wheel off. Alright, so we've got our brake rotor that we're replacing today. We've got our brake caliper cage and the caliper itself. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove this arrangement. We're going to be able to take this rotor off and replace it. And while we're in there, we're going to replace the brake pads because they need doing too. Right, so just in behind here we have two 17mm bolts. We've got one right here, just above the bleed nipple, which is here. We've got another one here. We've got to undo those to be able to take the caliper off. Pretty straightforward. Socket on it. Get them off to the point where you can put the shifter off, move them again. They don't have to come out all the way, as you can see they come out a certain distance and then they just come out, so just put them to one side. And then we just left that caliper out, just like that. Sometimes it pays, you can twist the caliper a little bit if it's a bit sticky. Alright, just lift it a little bit and then just pull the back of the caliper towards you, and what that'll do is it'll push the caliper piston back in a little bit and give you a little bit of wiggle room to be able to get that caliper off without too much drama. Just gonna put that over to one side. Be careful not to leave it in a position where it's straining on the brake hose. Now we have two more 17mm bolts that need to be taken out around the back of the cage here. They are around here, and then another one right down here in the back there. So we're going to do that. And not rocket science. There are torque measurements that when you're putting this together you should adhere to them. It's this easy. You take this bolt out here, be careful, it's got a backing washer on it, you don't want to lose it. Take the other one out, take the washer, and that cage will come straight off. I like to put those bolts straight back in there, just a turn, so they don't go anywhere. You can't drive your car without brakes. One of the things you should be a little careful of are these little retaining clips just here. They tend to just be, there we go, one just fell off then. They tend to just be spring fit. And so they can easily fall out. If you don't notice it, then you're potentially going to have problems down the track, and it doesn't position your brake shoe properly. So use something to press your brake piston in here so you have enough space to accommodate the new pads. You'll probably find that you'll have difficulty getting it back over them if you don't do this. Okay, key knee pads, feed them up through the bottom of the cage where the rotor would go. Just gently slip them into position in the springs. Make sure they're facing the right direction. It's frustrating. Otherwise, you have to do it all again. It can take a little bit of persuading, but get them in there eventually. Alright, so now we're going to take the actual rotor itself off, now that we've got the cage out of the way. Alright, to do this, we're going to need our engine bolt. And we're going to be putting this bolt into these holes here, hopefully. It's usually one there, one there. So, sorry, 13mm socket here for my particular bolt. And what we're going to do, we're just going to screw that bolt in there, and what we'll see is when we get to the bottom there, it'll start to lift the rotor away from the rest of the wheel. In an ideal world I'd have two of these, but it's not an ideal world today. See, that's lifting that away quite nicely. And back to the other side again. If you had to, you can just swap between the one and the other and get the job over and done with. See, that's gone quite free now. Alright, a brand new pair of brake pads and a brand new rotor. Let's get them on. Get into position. At this point, it's pretty straightforward. Put the cage back on. Then we get our brake caliper. Brake caliper over there. Slip bolts in. Put your wheel back on. Don't bother trying to nip the wheel up tight while it's up in the air. And take your axle stand out. Put down your vehicle. Lift your wheels up. Hope that helped.